Hey there, Christina Benedetti here, Winerella, your wine girl, located in Portland, Maine. However, today, that's not where I'm coming to you from. I am in Charlotte, North Carolina, and I am here because my lovely flight back from wine camp has been delayed. So I ended up pushing it to the next day to be able to get some rest because wine camp was crazy and busy and fun, but a lot of sleep was not really part of that. Yeah, so here I am, and I was doing some reflecting, and I just wanted to talk a little bit about when things really changed for me with Wine Shop at Home and what that really looked like. And I'm still in the process for that by far, but maybe just to see if, I don't know if anybody else has ever really had this kind of a mental change, like a functional thought that shifted everything for you. And I would love to hear about it. If you have, feel free to comment below or whatever. But anyway, I was talking to one of my good friends, and she and I were talking about how I I was struggling. I was struggling to share the business opportunity with people, and I didn't really understand why. Um, and she told me, Christina, she said, do you mind if I talk to you like I would talk to someone on my team? She's with another organization. I said, please do, because she's very, very experienced, and I really admire her. She said, there are four things that people tend to have an issue within their belief system if they struggle with recruiting. And that can be, you either have a crack in your belief system around yourself, you have a crack in the belief system around your company, or around its product, or around the opportunity and what it can do for people. And I was like, well, love the company. That's a no-brainer. Love the product. Another no-brainer. Feel pretty good about myself, though, there's always that kind of self-development kind of stuff going on with that. But the fourth one, the opportunity and what it really could do. Like, what can Wine Shop at Home provide for its consultants? And that was something I had never really thought too much about. You hear the glory stories, you hear the occasional wine consultants that, their whole lives have changed because of Wine Shop. But, and I know people who do this for a living full time, but I don't know the hardships that they came through to get there. I don't know, what it really looked like when it changed their family. And fortunately, this conversation I had was right before 2017's Wine Shop at Home National Convention. And so I made it a point to, as per her recommendation, she said, if I were you, I would talk to some of the higher earners in your company, to some of the salespeople that are, who are leaders that everyone looks up to. Pay attention to what it's done for them in their lives, right? And, just a bunch of people, just use this week to kind of harness that. So I was excited about that, and I went, and it was amazing. Wine Shop actually had a reel of spouses share what Wine Shop has done for them and their family and the growth that they've seen in their significant other that's with Wine Shop at Home. And that take on it was amazing. And then at some point in one of the trainings, in one of the breakout sessions, someone said, imagine if Wine Shop at Home could do anything for you, what would that be? Anything. Like, picture perfect world, sky's the limit, what would that be? And I was sitting there, I remember I was sitting in the front row of this breakout session, and I raised my hand to share, but I hadn't thought of it yet, right? Like, it was developing, and I was like scribing, I was like, oh my God, this thought, and this thought, and this thought, and that was the year that I found my why, or refound it, right? We all join the business for different reasons. I got into Wine Shop, everybody knows this. I got into Wine Shop to get out of bartending. That was it. I wanted to be able to run my graphic design business. I wanted to be able to make a couple extra bucks, and that was it. But At that training session, that was when I realized, picture perfect world, what would it look like? In a picture perfect world, I would love to be able to have this opportunity provide for my family the way that my significant other has provided for our family. For the two of us, three of us if you count our beautiful little puppy. But because this man in my life, he's so supportive. He is he's been behind me every step of the way, next to me every step of the way, cheering me on when it's been hard, when it's been, running two businesses the last 3 years, 2.5, 3 years has not been easy. Balance is so difficult, but he's always been there saying, we can do this, you can do this, if anyone can do it, you can, and he has recently, in the last 5 years or so, found a passion of his. And at this time last year, it was just a dream. The idea of him guiding for a living and shifting his career and his focus. And it's just so exciting because at that time, we had started to realize that he had other passions, and he's realizing, that he doesn't need to do what he's done for his whole life just because it's what he's done, for the last 15 years. He can pursue something new in his 30s, that's not unheard of. And so at that time, I realized if WineShop at Home could do anything, I want it to become that income provider where it brings in enough money so that he can feel confident pursuing his dream the way that he and what he has done has been able to help me pursue my dreams. With WineShop at Home, with Benedictine Design Company, it's been no doubt, a no-brainer. He's just been there through all of it as oh, of course, just backing up every step I want to take, every step of the way. And I want to do that for him, especially at this phase in our lives where we're still so new in our relationship and we're still so new in building the foundation of our family. Imagine a foundation built where, we'll be building a future, we'll be taking these bigger steps, we'll be building a family in years to come. And, it's a ways down the road, but if we can get our passions and working in those fields figured out early on, so that's the foundation, then we can just kind of start making decisions and building the rest of our family on top of that, and just the rest of our lives on top of that. What would that look like? How amazing would that be? So even then at that time, I don't think that I realized that I wanted to take WineShop full time. I just realized that that's the role that I wanted WineShop to play because, the sales business model, direct sales, whatever sales avenue you're in, it's proven, right? It's not rocket science. I'm not going to say it's easy, but I mean, it's very basic fundamental steps. You book wine tastings, you sell wine, you share the opportunity so that other people can do it too, and that's it. It's not magic, there's no magic pill to become a successful consultant. You just do it, and you do it over and over again, and that's life. I mean, that's really a lot of different professions, but especially in sales. And so that was the year that I had the realization that was you know what? If there are these amazing performers and leaders in our company that I think of, and I think of them on this pedestal, as I'm sure a lot of us consultants do, and we always see them on the stage, and they're giving fantastic presentations and trainings and stuff. But you know what? They're not magic people, right? They were once where I am. If they can do it, why can't I do it? I mean, maybe I'm not determined enough. Maybe I'm not diligent enough. Maybe I won't be patient enough. But maybe I will be. And so I just wanted to talk to you guys about when I found my why and how that came to be. And little did we know that that year, I mean, this last winter is when Seth ended up working part-time with a guide agency and, or, whatever you want to call them. And he's now working for them part-time still, and he's about to go and be with them for a month. And, and it's so exciting. And I don't want to say it's necessarily because of WineShop yet that we're able to do that, but it's definitely because of WineShop and Benedetti Design Company that Seth has seen that you can do it. Like, it's the worst case scenario. It doesn't work out. Okay, we'll find a backup plan. And I just know that that's what WineShop can do. And I want Seth to feel the love and support that he has given me for the last 3 years, not quite 3.5, 3 years. I want WineShop to be able to give that to us, because this, it's duplicatable. It's not guaranteed. God knows it's a commission business, but I mean, if you do 6 wine tastings a month, you're going to bring in X amount of money, and it's all just about learning your numbers and improving yourself and your averages and working on yourself and not complaining when you're having a downtime. Realizing, okay, I'm going to take responsibility for this. What can I do to better myself? And that is what convention really helps with. And we are on our way. So, anyway, thank you for watching. If you guys enjoyed this, please subscribe to my YouTube channel, Winerella Maine, and find my website, winerella.com. Find me on Facebook, Instagram. I'm everywhere. Try to be anyway. But yeah, all right, gang. I really appreciate you listening to this, and I will chat with you later. Have a good night.